Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good.
Awesome. Great. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and jump in. Tell us your name and what your project was about.
My name's Michelson. Our project was testing whether or not there was some medium at which light waves propagate through. We know with physical waves and sound waves, there's a medium. With physical waves like the ocean, water is the medium. Sound waves, air is the medium. So we were trying to figure out maybe there's some luminous ether that allows light waves to propagate through them.
So, what exactly were you guys trying to do or find?
Using a special tool that I invented, we were trying to split light waves. And using movable mirrors and fixed mirrors and a centered eyepiece, allowing us to see at which speed the light comes back into the eyepiece. We were going to test whether this luminous ether, using the Earth's known velocity around the sun, maybe it produced some kind of winds, and this tool was free floating, meaning we could alter its rotation, allowing the winds to pass through it no matter which direction it was facing. And if the light made it back at a different time than the other light beam, we would know whether or not there was some ether wind blowing through it. If they made it back at the same time, we would know that there's no medium, because if the Earth is moving, there should at least be some wind moving across the surface of it. And if this ether is the medium for the light wave and there's no wind moving across it, then there's no ether.
Interesting. Where did you conduct the experiment?
We conducted it at the Case School of Applied Science in Cleveland, Ohio. I was actually a professor of physics there at the time.
Nice. So, what other significant events were happening around the world at that time?
The Interstate Commerce Act was a big piece of legislation that had actually been passed at the time. What it was railroad companies were getting very monopolistic in their business dealings, charging way too much, way too high prices for transporting goods across the United States, and this kind of like knocked their feet out from under them.
And did that influence anybody else to get involved with the project with you?
I had one colleague, Edward Morley. He's a good friend, and I mostly just bounced ideas off of him and collaborated with him.
So, what exactly was your main role in the project then?
I'd say I was probably the lead scientist. The special tool I invented was actually a interferometer, and that was the tool that I used to split the light waves into two pieces.
And what would you believe, or how did your project influence the physics community?
Well, it was actually known as one of the greatest failed experiments in the history of physics, just because it led to a mass disprovement of a lot of theories. And it also led to some being built up, like the Lorentz factor, which shows mass, length, and time of an object change as they approach the speed of light. Another thing is, I actually received the Nobel Prize of Physics in 1907 for this project.
Wow, great. So other than this project, what else have you done for the physics community in your career time?
At the age of 25, I had actually calculated the most accurate measurement for the speed of light, and then that stood for 60 years. And then I bested myself and came up with an even more accurate measurement.
Well, Mr. Michelson, it's been an honor meeting you, and I hope the best of luck for you.
Awesome, thank you.